Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are they? What are they doing for? Well, Let's Build videos, I take a model kit and I put it together and show you any points of concern. If there's anything wrong with the model, I'll let you know. If there's anything that's difficult to put together, I'll let you know. Any mold lines that need attention, I bring it to your attention so it's easy for you to do. This is also for people that suffer with like dyslexia and stuff like that, and they struggle with instructions and stuff. This is a visual aid to help you guys out. For all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. See you in a second. Right, so what am I building today? I build my first ever Sister Sororitas model. I'm actually very excited, very pleased with this. I had a look at the instructions and it's very, very simple. So I was like, oh wow, I just have to let's get this sister together. Now, as always, tools that are needed: mold line scraper. You can use a hobby knife or one of those type of tools. So weapons then. Why it's not a weapon. One of those tools. I use a mold line scraper. I just find it a lot easier. Clippers, most useful tool we ever have. I have a sanding sponge. That's what I use for sanding as well as the mold line scraper. It is a plastic kit, so plastic glue. You can use super glue, but I find depending on what you're gluing, if you're gluing something like Demon Net Seekers, or Demon Nets or Necron flayed ones, where you want it to dry quickly because it's an annoying little bit to put together, then super glue. But when it's something like this, or like a Space Marine or something like that, plastic glue is the way to go. So as always, the first thing we do, we have a look at the sprue and see what we can identify and make our lives a little bit easier. Well, there's a foot there straight away, nice and easy. There's a one weapon arm, easy connector. It's just a flat, you can't really see it, I don't think. It's just a flat connection. There's the other arm, again, this is a flat connection again. It's a body, front and back. There's a cloak, a backpack, bit that goes on the front, there's a head. Very, very straightforward. So the first thing we're going to do is take off the body, front and back, which are these two pieces. Okay, they're number 3 and number 1. Okay, I'm going to snip those off with the clippers, sand them down, and then just dry fit them first of all, and then just glue them together. Now with the clippers, for those of you who don't know or that are new to the hobby, this side is flat, this side isn't. The reason that is because when you put that in, you can bring it to the flat end, up as close to the model as possible, without damaging anything. So like where the foot is flat there, the flat edge will go up against it makes life so much easier for yourself. Now in the event of you can't get into it, then what you do is you snip the sprue away, because then you have the model. I'll show you right now actually. I did show you this before, but I should have stopped the camera, sorry guys. So now I've got this piece out. Just pretend I can't get into that. Now I've got all this space to try and get into it. A lot easier. Alright, so I'm going to clip the other piece off and give them a sand down, because look at that little bit there. So let's get rid of that as well. But I'll come back to you when I've done that. Right, so clean them off. Very simple, very easy. The hardest part was actually having bits where the sprue was still just connected, little nip bits, and it just goes together like that. Nice and easy. So there's the head slot. Another benefit of using plastic glue is that it will seal. See the little where it's wet? That's where it joins together. It will seal that. And if you, I usually do this at the end, but you can always just go along. Don't give it a squeeze. Just go along. Just rub the excess along like that. Okay, and it will just sort the plastic out without me dropping the model. Hobby hands. Just run along. The reason I do that at the end, because if I try to seal this join line here, that's where our arm goes. So if I'm putting glue there to seal it, I'm trying to put the arm on, it's you know, it's a bit silly. So the next bits that we need, it's very, very straightforward, this model kit, is her foot and her two arms. So I'm going to snip those off, clean them down. Now the foot just goes on there, and let's see that little, that's perfect for it. And the arms are just flat fitted onto the side of it. So I'm going to take this off, clean them down, and come back to you then. I actually dry fit the leg. There is a little nook bit on the leg, and I thought, oh no, do I have to cut it off? No, it fits in the back there. And then I glued it in, and I was like, I should have showed you guys a bit, you know, on camera, but you know, this is why we dry fit stuff first of all, to make it easier. So that's actually glued on. What I'm going to do now is glue for the arms. But what I say to you is, be careful when you're cleaning these down, because there's some detail, but that little bit on top there, it is very difficult to clean. I didn't touch it because my giant fingers would rip it to bits. But the only casting line I found is along this bit of the arm. Okay, so it's pretty much, I mean, give it a run down here as well, because just in case there is the sword again the same. Only sort of casting lines I could find was along the ropes here. So that's pretty straightforward. Now these go on. I don't need to show, these are very simple. I don't need to glue these on front here. That goes in this one. Yeah. And the other one goes on the other side. So I'm going to glue those together off camera and go back to you. When you're gluing the arms on, have a look at the back. They have to sit flush at the back there. What do I mean by flush? Level with it, because otherwise the cloak won't go over the top. Okay, it even shows you in the picture. It has to sit there flush. Okay, just so you know. Now, I'm actually thinking about gluing this guy to the base, or this lady to the base, just so I'm not fiddling around. Oh, I don't need to, she's freestanding. I love it when GW does that. So whilst that's drying, I can just stand on the base like that. Perfect. That means when I come to glue it to the base, it's going to be very, very simple. Put a bit of glue, stand it there, away I go. Don't need to press it, don't need to mess around with it, just fantastic. Now the next thing I need is her cloak. So I'm going to take her cloak off, give that clean down, and come back to you then. So let's put a dab of plastic glue in the little hole in the back there. And there's a little nook just there that just sits on it. Simple as that. Stand it back up again. Now the next pieces that I needed is the bit that goes across to her front, which is this piece. Now this piece, I'm looking at it straight away. This is going to be very, very, take your time, very delicate to clean down. Now, I'm not saying it's weak, flimsy plastic, but this is, you don't want to put too much pressure on these two bits because they will snap. So this is where I would suggest sanding sponge, gentle sand down. I'm going to clip that. I'm going to clip all three bits off because it's the head, the backpack, and that first. I'm going to clip all three off, clean all three down, and then come back to you when I'm ready to put this piece on. Right, so I've got some glue on there. This literally just sits over the top there like that, and it actually should connect up. Oh, come on, I just had it. Of course it doesn't want to do it on camera now. Let me go off camera, it'll go on straight away. Right, this one was a little bit fiddly to put on, I will admit. The two tops have to line up. You can see it hasn't quite lined up there, but you literally just have to pinch the two pieces together because it's meant to line up the head crest. But one side's lined up, one side isn't. So this is the beauty of using plastic glue, because you can keep fiddling with it until it's perfect, almost perfect. Look at that. That's how it has to be, something like that. So I'm going to sit and hold it for a couple of minutes and then come back to you when that's probably set below. The little gap is it's springing itself open, which is not an issue because plastic glue will seal the join afterwards. But anyway, back to you in a second. Right, so I went ahead and put the head on and the backpack on. Now there is something I've done here on purpose, and you'll see it when I bring down for the pretty pictures. On the side of her head here, there's a little bit of plastic that I didn't take off. I've done it on purpose because I was asked a question from one of our viewers when I put a model together and finished gluing it. If there's casting lines I notice afterwards, can I still remove them? The answer is yeah, you can. Depending on where it is on the model, you could use either tool, yeah, or the sanding sponge. I always tend to go for the sanding sponge because I even myself will miss a mould line or a little nipple bit from the sprue, and then have to go and just give it a tidy up afterwards before I spray it, which is, you know, not an issue. So I've purposely left that bit there so that when you come to see me paint it, because no doubt this is going to be a hot one on the weekly Wednesday for voting, you'll see it's gone, so you can see that it can be done. So I've actually glued it to the base, glued the head on, glued the backpack on. The head and the backpack are just self-explanatory. They come on so easy. Just this bit, the collar part, that was just a little bit difficult for me. Just wouldn't sit right. But again, it's not a big issue because when that glue's dry, I'll come back with a bit more plastic glue and just drop a little bit in there and just seat it up properly. I've gone over the model once with the glue just to make sure any casting lines are gone. Not casting lines, sorry, join lines are gone. Again, when I come just to do the crest and the neck, I'll do the just give it once over to see anything that I've missed. But I'll bring you down and show you some pretty pictures in a second, guys. So if everyone has seen this for the first time and you're not subscribed to the channel, please guys, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It helps the channel grow in a massive way. And turn your notifications on, because that will give you more content of what I do. So I don't just do Let's Builds. I do painting videos. I do weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. I do terrain builds as well. And terrain builds I'm a little bit behind on at the moment, just because life is just very hectic at the moment. Please everyone, smash that like button for me. Any comments or suggestions or anything, chuck it below as normal. Until next time, guys, take it easy. I'm going to show you some pretty pictures. Thanks for watching.